Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Ernest Wills here. Wanted to do a video for you guys today. This video I'm going to title The Crash That's Always Coming. A lot of people just don't think the crash is going to happen. I don't know whether it's crash of the stock market or crash of the economy, or the crash is going to send silver and gold and precious metals to the moon. In this video, I'm going to explain why it has to happen. Okay, so I use this analogy on one of the comments that I commented on a Mike Maloney video that he recently put out about derivatives. And basically, here's how it works. So I go to Domino's and I order 2 pizzas. Now, I promise my mother a pizza, a whole pizza, and I promise my brother a whole pizza. Now, I went to Domino's and I bought those 2 pieces of pizza. But my cousins, 4 cousins, they called me, they said, hey, we want some pizza too. So I said, okay, let me get y'all some pizza too. No big deal. And then, some of my homeboys, about 6 of them, they want, a pizza each for their families. I said, cool. So I bought 2 pizzas, but I promised 10. Now, the choices that I have is to give each person less than a whole piece of pizza, or just tell the other people who I promised, my cousins and my homeboys, hey, I lied. I don't have that much pizza. I only have 2. I don't have 12 like I told you I had. And they'll be upset, but they'll get over it, right? So that is why silver, at least silver, gold, this stuff right here, real stuff, 10-ounce bar. That's why this stuff is going to go to the moon, whether the stock market crashes or not. The stock market is going to crash unless here's what I think is going to happen. Either the stock market crashes, and it's already crashed. It hasn't crashed nominally. It's crashed in regards to what it can purchase. All-time highs in the 70s of the stock market could purchase a lot more than all-time highs in the stock market could purchase today, even though the nominal number is whatever it is. What is it? 20,000, 21,000. Even though that number is way higher than it was in the 70s, back then, if you bought one whole Dow, it could buy you a lot more than buying what one whole Dow can now. So that's a crash. So even though it's not a nominal crash, it's still a purchasing power crash, because honestly, the Dow only has value if it can purchase you something. If it can't purchase you what it used to, then what's the point of having your money in the first place? So that's why this stuff is the best, because it always preserves its purchasing power, even though, times are changing and the price of certain things are changing. But anyway, that is essentially why this stuff is the same thing. It's just a smaller bar, 5-ounce bar. 5 ounces fine silver from Silvertown. But that's why this stuff is going to shoot to the moon, because what I was doing with that pizza is what the bullion banks and hedge funds and JP Morgan and everybody else has been doing with silver. They said, hey, we have, 10 ounces of silver. And so we're going to promise 1,000 people this bar of silver. I don't know if the number is actually 1,000, what the actual ratio is, but it's some insane number. But I can't give this one bar to 1,000 people. I have to have 1,000 different 10-ounce bars so I can give that to 1,000 people. They've been promising people the piece of paper that says you own this 10-ounce bar. They've been giving them that, and they've been using this 1 ounce of silver to back all of those pieces of paper. That's a Ponzi scheme. And when the claims, which those pieces of paper are, they're nothing but claims. When the claims to this 1 ounce of silver come forward, people turn in their claims as they give me my silver, those people are going to be in trouble. And that's what's going to cause this price to skyrocket. In addition to that, obviously the bank's blowing up because they won't have the leverage to suppress the markets with those contracts, because it costs them money to do that. It costs them money to suppress the market. And if the market crashes or the economy crashes and the debt cycle bursts, then they won't be able to go into debt to create those paper contracts, which will remove the suppression from the silver. So it's a Ponzi scheme. Everything is a Ponzi scheme. You cannot promise someone something that you don't have. Dollars are promises of something that we don't have. Every dollar that is in existence, whether it is in paper form or in a savings account, a checking account, money market account, a certificate of deposit, whether it's in a stock, a bond, a mutual fund, exchange trade fund, whether it's in the Forex, whether it's in any type of dollar denominated asset, real estate, whatever. Every dollar in that form is owed to somebody else. When the person who those dollars are owed to, that are required, it's not going to be enough to go around. There's not going to be enough real assets to go around. Dollars in and of themselves aren't valuable. What dollars can do is what's valuable. If dollars couldn't do anything, nobody will want them. And that's what's coming. What's coming is the fact that dollars will not be able to do anything. The only thing that'll be able to do something, not the only thing, but one of the main things that'll be able to do something is this. This is a 1 ounce bar. It's not Silvertown, it's Sunshine Man. But silver, it's going to be able to do something because it inherently holds value. It's one of the few things on this planet that does. And it's one of the main things on this planet that is undervalued. Even if silver was overvalued, it would still be a good buy. If silver got up to some crazy stupid number like $300 an ounce or $500 or $600 an ounce, it would still be worth it because those dollars are still not worth anything. Any amount of dollars that you can get for silver is worth something. Now, in today's world, no. But, in today's world, when you can get them for $16 an ounce, $17 an ounce, you wouldn't pay $600 an ounce. But when the scheme falls and everybody requires more than, whatever the spot price is, then people are going to have to decide, will they be willing to give that amount of dollars for physical silver? Personally, if I have dollars and I know that they're losing their purchasing power quickly, I'm going to try to get rid of them and get something that holds purchasing power. Now, I don't think there's any nominal price of silver where dollars are accepted that is too much, because at some point the dollar is going to die and we're going to get a new currency, or we're going to get a new system. Maybe the cryptocurrencies, maybe they will be brought into the mainstream. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't pretend to know. I'm sorry about that. But whatever the case may be, dollars, as they continue to purchase less and less, you want to have something that doesn't. Stock market, if the stock market went up to, 40,000, it still won't purchase you what it used to purchase you. One Dow, even if it went to 40,000, it won't buy you what one Dow used to buy you in 1970. So won't buy you what it used to buy you in 1990 either, simply because of inflation. So the fact that we can get stuff like this for less than $100, that's insane. It's insane. It really is a gift, but most people aren't taking the gift. I mean, it's on them. But this is real. Stock valuations are not. Amazon just hit 1,000, but its price earnings ratio is 177. That's insane. No, that's insane. That is absolutely insane. The fact that it doesn't have anywhere near the earnings to support its price, which means it's in a bubble. There's only a couple of companies holding up the Dow and the NASDAQ and the S&P anyway. So Amazon is one of them, along with Facebook and Google and everybody else. But that's not real money. That's not real value. It doesn't hold value. And so remember, it's going to crash. It has to. Because one day, there's going to come a day where everybody who says they have paper silver, and gold, when they want the real thing, the people who say that they hold their real thing, they won't be able to give it to them. I'm sorry, I'm looking the wrong way. They won't be able to give it to them. And when that happens, is the words of my late father, Claude Wills. In his words, school is out. It's out. And that's when the real game begins. And honestly, I'm not looking forward to that day, because it's going to be a crazy day. It's going to be a crazy, and I don't think it's going to happen in one day. I think it's going to happen over a period of time, maybe weeks or months, something like that. I don't think it's going to take a whole year for the entire Ponzi scheme of the precious metals to blow up. I don't think it's going to take that long. But I think that when it goes no offer, because there isn't any physical, or there isn't enough physical, because they've been selling all this paper, I think then it's going to be, that's when it's going to be bad. It's going to be a bad day. So prepare while times are good. You know, I don't give financial advice on this channel. I'm not an expert at all. I'm just talking about what makes sense to me, and hopefully it makes sense to you, the viewers, as well. It's sad because a lot of people, I know people who have silver and they just don't think it's worth anything. And I know people who don't have silver but have a lot of money, but they don't plan on investing anything in silver to protect themselves. They say, you know, the stock market is going to keep going up, which that's fine. But if the price of food and gas and groceries and houses and everything else, if those keep going up, then what's the point? What's the point? The key to investing and wealth preservation is buying low and selling high. The stock market is high nominally, but it's not high as far as what it can buy you. It can't purchase you anything. Silver is low, but the actual value, what it can purchase, is a lot. Not in the price of bringing it to market, but what the actual value of this is. This 5 ounce of silver is what, like 3 months worth of work, something like that. Like that's awesome. That's insane. I don't know if it's 3 months, something like that, close to 3 months. But anyway, people just, they don't get it. And I'm not upset with people that don't get it, but it saddens me because unless they get it, they're gonna suffer tremendously when the system breaks. And again, it's gonna break. Why? Because the people who control the price, they don't have this. They don't have this. They have pieces of paper and a little bit of this. They don't have a lot of this. So they won't be able to control the price forever. And the market is capitulating. It's running out of steam. It's running out of debt. We're having bank runs. We're having pension issues. We're having fund managers come out and say, hey, we're in a bubble. We're in another real estate bubble. We're in an auto loan bubble. We're in bubble this, bubble that. Only thing that's not in the bubble is gold and silver. So cryptocurrencies, I don't think that's a bubble. And because their market caps are too small, as many people have gold and silver, less people have cryptocurrencies. So I don't think they're in a bubble. I think that they are a good investment. I wouldn't invest everything in them. No, that doesn't make sense. But I do think they are a good investment and they are protection from dollars. Even though they are denominated in dollars, well, they're not denominated in dollars, they're denominated in digits, but they have a chance of preserving wealth better than, obviously better than the dollars. Now, of course, any type of event could, cause the internet to shut down, or hack or cyber attack. You could lose your cryptos, but I don't see a problem with investing a decent amount just for speculation purposes. But they have not been proven as real money. Gold and silver has. So take care. God bless.